UFC, just like so often happens, they had a big person coming to attend. We always see a lot of celebrities, a lot of sports stars, a lot of people in entertainment come out to the UFC fights. But Donald Trump has made a habit of going to the last several UFC fights. He did it again at UFC 302. And there was a lot of attention on him because of everything that had happened in New York, the bullshit stuff that's going on with the trial, the 34 felony convictions. And let's just say I can't imagine that those convictions really had much impact on the amount of people that are going to vote for him, the amount of people that are happy to see him. If anything, it's energized the base. And certainly it seemed that way at UFC 302. Donald Trump arrives at UFC 302 to thunderous applause days after the conviction.
No surprises here. Donald Trump is always a superstar when he shows up to these UFC events, and this is as expected.
Yeah, let's just watch some of this stuff. Obviously, we're gonna have to pause and do a couple things because they are gonna try to hit us on anything they can when it comes to UFC footage. But here you go.
Costa also with us. Is in the building, and the former president getting a standing ovation from the assembled masses. Here it
Now, I think this is a better indicator of maybe how it went right here. Donald Trump walking out to watch UFC 302. And of course, right after he sits down, we got to see if I can find this. Right after he sits down, here it is. Little fuck Joe Biden going on. This is sports fans. I think a lot of sports fans, no matter what stadium Donald Trump goes into, there's a good portion of people out there that are going to be supportive of him. There's no doubt about it. And the fact that after all this stuff, after they've been trying to bring him down and finally got those convictions on him, it has to piss all these people off that he could walk into this sporting event and it's just nothing but like extreme praise and love. Every fighter wanted to talk to him, get their picture taken. Sean Strickland right here talking to Joe Rogan after he wins his fight says this.
President Trump, you're the man, bro. It is a damn travesty what they're doing to you. I'll be donating to you, my man. Let's get it done.
Let's get it done. Congratulations, sir. Sean Strickland, ladies and gentlemen.
You saw Kevin Holland go right over to him after he broke the dude's arm and shake Trump's hand. He was the man of the hour last night. It was pretty amazing.
Hell yeah, man. You love to see it.
Is he the most famous man of our lifetimes? I mean, I'm older than you guys. Michael Jackson was massive when he was alive. O.J. Simpson was a bit star when he was alive. I don't think any of them are this bit. Donald Trump has gotten more famous as he's gotten older.
Well, he was already like an icon, right?
Yeah, he
like
was.
In the 90s and the 2000s. He was already like an icon and a massive celebrity. And then he became president. You know, so it put it to the next stratosphere. I don't know if you could say there's a more popular or a more well-known individual in the world than Donald Trump.
I think Donald Trump is the most popular man on the planet, other than maybe Elon Musk. But I think Donald Trump is probably more popular than him too.
Yeah, I think he is, probably because of the political angle. And when you're in politics, you know, that's kind of like you're dealing with the world for the most part, you know, because of foreign policy. Elon Musk is probably second.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to just like sports figures, obviously Michael Jordan, I think, is still up there. And of course, you got Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, guys like that.
Yeah, but they're not being talked about every day.
But if you're just talking about one individual person, it's hard to say it's not Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But for a guy who is supposed to be so divisive, man, he walks in that stadium. It's not booze. It's not this. It is thunderous applause and support for Trump.
Yep.
Which is pretty incredible. Not a surprise. He's made a habit of going to these things. Dana White's embraced it, and it doesn't mean that UFC is a conservative brand, but it feels that way because every other single one of these sporting events, they go out of their way to promote all the woke bullshit.
Yeah.
I think UFC leans conservative, but they're not going to stop anybody from saying anything. They're not going to sit there and they're not going to be afraid for somebody to endorse Trump or talk well about Trump, but they're also not going to shut somebody down if they want to slam them or say Black Lives Matter or any of that other bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
they had some BLM fighters that were like pro BLM and nobody complained about them.
Well, some maybe individual people did, but UFC didn't necessarily. Yeah.
But it's, for the most part, nobody was saying, oh, we need to shut them up. Nobody was saying that.
Right.
Well, Dana and Trump go way back. Like, I remember there was this podcast that Dana was on where he was talking about why he is such good friends and has embraced Donald Trump, not just because of politics, but because when UFC wasn't so popular, I think UFC, that they got like shut out of a certain venue or whatever, and Donald Trump went to Dana and said, hey, you can do it at my casino. You can do it at my hotel. And ever since then, they've been boys.